Hey everybody, ThrewRedButter here, back again with another beer review, back again with another pumpkin beer. 'Tis the season, coming at you with a pretty classic pumpkin ale. It was probably the first pumpkin beer you probably ever had. I think it's the first one I had as well, as far as I can remember. From Shipyard Brewing. Where are they out of? Utica, New York. I don't know why they thought they were from New England. I don't know. It is an ale with flavors added. Hey, you know what? We don't need a whole big, to-do about this one. 4.5%, 4.5 alcohol by volume. It is the one and only Shipyard Pumpkinhead Ale. Look at that. I think the first time I had this was in college. Guy at the store recommended it to me and a bunch of friends who were at the store. I remember we all immediately loved it, and probably blew our mind. A beer with pumpkin and cinnamon and all that stuff. I know I've had many pumpkin beers since then. Coming back to this one, I'm not really sure what to expect. It's been a while since I've had it. But you gotta pay respect to the classics. So, the appearance on the Pumpkinhead Ale. Alright, got some chill haze on the glass, if that's not actual haze. So, it's very light orange in color, almost bordering on yellow. Let's see. Completely transparent body. Got about half a finger of white head. Not really too fluffy or tight or dense, but is what it is. Yeah, it's a really pale yellow color. Let's get an aroma on Pumpkinhead Ale. Definitely getting a lot of cinnamon. It's cinnamon and nutmeg and an artificial pumpkin flavoring. But cinnamon is rather large, which that bodes well for me because, as I've said before, whether it be pumpkin ales or any beer for that matter, I'm a whore for cinnamon in my beer. Yeah, but it's a really artificial pumpkin flavor on it, but let's see how we do on the taste. So let's get a taste up straight on the Shipyard Pumpkinhead Ale. Whoa, easy now, buddy. Cheers. I mean, that cinnamon is still there, but it's very faint. No other pumpkin spices to be found. The pumpkin flavor is in the aftertaste. It's kind of like again, artificial, fake, like pumpkin pie flavoring. It really hits on the back end of anything. The cinnamon up front, the pseudo pumpkin pie flavor on the back end. Yeah, it's really artificial tasting. It also has moments of like, I don't know, not a beer gone bad, but it's reminding me of poorly made beers that have kind of that metallic or vegetal kind of taste to it, almost dirty in a way. Almost kind of has a macro presence to it of adjuncts with it's not really sweet, so I don't think it's like corn or potatoes. Maybe it's like rice or something on this one. Mouthfeel is very light, not surprised, 4.5%. It's also not very carbonated. It's basically flat, like flat soda. I mean, 4.5%. I would hope it would be more drinkable just because how light it is, but it's not the best tasting pumpkin ale. Like I said, it's a very artificial tasting in many regards. So it's not the most drinker friendly to me. So yeah, is what it is, man. It's like flat pumpkin soda. That's probably the best way to do it. So, final score, final verdict, final rating on the Shipyard Pumpkinhead Ale, 4.5% alcohol by volume, a ale with flavor added. Oh, ale with natural flavor. Okay. Natural. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, flat pumpkin flavored soda might be the best way to describe this one. It's got very artificial tasting on the pumpkin. The cinnamon tasted pretty good for whatever cinnamon was there. But a lack of other pumpkin spices, it really just puts it below many other pumpkin ales I've ever had and even recently reviewed on this channel. But again, like I said, I believe it was my first pumpkin beer, probably your first pumpkin beer as well, or one of your first. So at the time, I was like, whoa, a beer with cinnamon and pumpkin in it. But there are so many better ones out there. But still, like I said, you got to go back, pay respect to the ones that started. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was like one of the first pumpkin beers out there. I can't say that, but one of the first ones I had. So, got to start somewhere. So, in that regard, respect. But as for a rating right now, in the whole pantheon of pumpkin beers I've ever had, yeah, 5.3 out of 10. I think that's fair. 5.3 out of 10. Shipyard Brewing. Pumpkinhead Ale. That's going to do it for me through Red Butter. Till next time. Cheers, everybody.